Good morning, Unity. Here we are. Woo! It's a beautiful, beautiful day today. I'm so glad you're here with us. So I have some singer helpers that are going to come up here and we're going to sing a song together. But first, I want to just say, I feel like this glorious day has got me lit from inside. So, how about you? You feeling that way too? Good. Now, I have to admit, I don't always feel that way. Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck in the muck, right? All right, so this song is for that time. Here we go. There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, well, you got to let it go. Let it all go. And this is what you got to say. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide, 'cause I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Stand up. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life. My heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. One more time. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Now that's the way to start. I release and I let go. Thank you so much. Damn, that was good. I like that. That got me going.
Swore on the podium.
Oh. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Good morning and welcome to Unity Spiritual Center of Spokane, where we all are all about our mission of transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in our world. My name is Jeff Hunter, and I will be your platform assistant this morning. And if everyone could please check your cell phones very quickly, make sure they're turned off. It would be very much appreciated. Thank you. As always, we want to begin our time together by sharing our opening affirmation. I will say it once and then ask you to repeat it with me. There is only one presence, one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. Together, there is only one presence, one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. This is Unity's foundation principle. One presence, one power, one life living through and as each one of us. This morning, we will be hearing from our transformational speaker, Karen Dunmore, in her message titled, Back to Basics. Karen will also be leading us in today's meditation. And I tell you, I like her hair. I think it's really cute. That's just an aside. I thought it was really cute. We're excited to have some amazing live music today with one of my all-time favorite people, Julie Croteau, accompanied by Rita Huber. Thank you both. Your gifts of music are a true joy to all of us, and they uplift us, and they help us release and let go, and I appreciate that from you. And with that, Julie's going to sing God Is.
Julie and Sally are going to sing, and you are going to join us. Some of the lyrics in this song might be familiar to you. It is a prayer that we've done often in church, but I understand that whenever a prayer is sung, it's praying twice. So this is praying twice for this song, and it's entitled God Is. Oh, and so most of it is an echo, so I lead it, and then Sally and you will echo back what I've sung. And then there is a section where we all sing together, but you'll get it. It's good. In the morning when I rise,
In the morning when I rise,
and before I close my eyes,
and before I close my eyes,
anytime I'm in despair,
anytime I'm in despair,
I just speak this little prayer.
I just speak this
Here we go
little
together.
prayer.
God's light surrounds me, God's love enfolds me, God's power protects me, the presence of God watches over me, wherever I am, God is. Here we go, we're going to sing another verse. We'll hear the Spirit call.
We'll hear the Spirit call.
It's a small world after all.
It's a small world after all.
Bound together in and through.
Bound together in and through.
This one common, simple truth.
This one common and simple truth.
Here we go together. God's light surrounds us. God's love enfolds us. God's power protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. Let's do that again. God's light surrounds us. God's love enfolds us. God's power protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is. All is well.
Good morning, everyone. My talk title today is Back to Basics. And I've been a long way getting here, and now it's time to come back to that. I have my quote today is from Louise Hay. She's a medical physical author, lecturer, healer, and teacher. And for those who haven't heard of her, she has been a science of mind minister whose writings were very popular in unity circles, sort of a guru in personal growth and healing. So the last time I was here, I spoke about the blank slate. I just didn't seem to have anything going inside, which is really unusual when I've usually got a couple committees meeting in there. At that time, when I talked about the blank slate, my house was becoming somewhat orderly. Well, for one, I sold it, so I had to get everything together. And that was a blessing. And the blank slate was a blessing and sort of a curse, mostly, because I was trying to write a talk at that time and nothing was coming in. I usually have some help from the universe. So things seemed to be much clearer. And the realization came that the blank slate was exactly what I needed at that time. It was a great pause. And it allowed me not only to create order in my surroundings, but also to find some peace in my mind. Part of this clearing out, the letting go, the getting rid of stuff, is reading and releasing the books that have traveled with me from one house to another, across state lines, and many of them have flown over the Atlantic. This has become like a contest for me to release at least 12 books a month, and it's working. I make sure that when I go for a walk around Perry District or any of the other neighborhoods that I have at least 2 books with me to put in the little local libraries. Most of them I have read, and in this venture there are those I want to read again, just in having come across them. Some other books are books that I've had for a while and never picked them up. At this time in my life, after reading a few pages, my executive decision was to put them in what I call the RWR category. That's release without reading. At this point in time, there is no reason to read that which doesn't catch my interest right away, or at least in the first 10 pages. One of the books I picked up this month, which I thought might be an RWR, was an old Louise Hay book entitled The Power Is Within You. And I loved the book, The Power Within You, which was a Butterfield book. So I started looking at this one. And I've read Louise Hay before, early when I first started Unity. This was written in 1991. The realization when I started reading was that this was exactly what I needed at this time. And in this moment, after one hell of a year, it was a year personally for me of letting go, releasing. I had a car accident, injuries and healing, selling my old truck and my old home, buying a condo, moving forward, learning, and then not to mention a pandemic, violent swings in the weather all over the world, and a chaotic political system. So I think maybe you can relate that this has been a doozy for so many of us. So time to hit pause for a few moments. Life was whispering loudly to me, you just need to get back to basics. What is needed is to appreciate the pause, to enjoy the silence, and just take the time to stop and smell the roses. At least for a little bit, until my next adventure whisks me away to Portugal. Ironically, I am leading a class on Unity Basics starting next Sunday after church. This was a class that I particularly enjoyed in my licensed Unity teacher training. And if you can, I hope you will join me. I'm just putting in a little plug here. It couldn't have come at a better time for me, so I am feeling this pull to get back to basics, to honor that blank slate, and to remember and re-remember what came before. the people and events that brought us all together in this movement called unity, and the many steps it took every one of us to get where we are now. I like that we are called a movement, because we are flexible enough to be open to any new teachings that come along. Once they're about, we evaluate them and see if they're right for us, while honoring the part of that which was and the part of that which we want to keep. We are not stagnant in this movement. We're always growing, and we are the unity movement. What initially brought me to unity was a sign that used to hang outside that read "Practical Christianity." I like that term. It made so much sense to me. Christianity simplified, practical, basic enough for anyone to understand and put into practice. So this is my next step, revisiting the basics, and not just unity basics, but Karen basics, Julie basics, Sally basics. You all have your basics. It's kind of come home to them, reevaluate, at least for me. So this class just so happens to be coming around at a time when I am desperately needing it, so this is great. I have released and let go of so much that has tethered me not just to a place, but also to a certain way of life, a process of thinking and believing. And in many ways, I'm kind of set in my ways. Is there anyone here in this room who can relate to that? I didn't think so. I am finding it to be really cool, though, because frankly, having no specific plan feels wonderfully freeing and sometimes terrifying. Like so many of us, COVID has had us isolated, which meant we had a lot of alone time. Maybe too much. But it has been a good time to evaluate what really matters in our hearts and minds. So in my case, it starts with taking a deeper dive into unity basics. For some reason, I can't even fathom, I've gotten kind of wobbly in the last few months. I've been grouchy, short-tempered at times, and focusing mainly on the goals I have for clearing out the stuff now out of my condo that needs to be taken care of before I leave for Portugal. After unloading so many material things earlier this year, some small, some huge, most recently giving my business over to my son, finally preparing a will and a health care directive, all the stuff that I've been putting off, and all the stuff that comes with that will and the health care directive. I haven't been taking very good care of my physical self this past year. And if the chapter I am writing will be one of joy and abundant health, I need to get back to those basics, the basics of taking care of me, living the life that I have created and loved, and allow my body, mind, and spirit to come into balance. I do realize that this may require effort on my part, especially getting my body in motion and releasing the rest of what is weighing me down. I guess that would be a pun intended, wouldn't it? And with everything being in motion, always in motion, I simply need to stop and reset. That's what this time is about. Time to not really have a function. I get a chance to just be, whatever that means. So from this void I have created, it is time to get back to these basics and to fill that void with all the wonderful gifts the universe has in store for me. Starting with principles and benefits. I'd never heard of the benefits before, but in Unity we have our 5 basic principles. Catherine Ponder came up with 5 benefits of practical Christianity that seem to be based on these principles. Catherine Ponder is another Unity old-time guru, but she was a lot about prosperity. The principles are features of our belief system. The benefits explain how our belief system differs from others, from other so-called religions. I thought I would go over them here and try to pair up the principles with the benefits. Principle 1. Anybody know that one? Yes, it's the one we say every Sunday. There is only one presence and one power in my life, and that's a little bit different from what we say, and in the universe, God the good. That's the first principle. Practical Christianity works because it gives us an understanding of the true nature of God and man. Jesus was the first pioneer in practical Christianity. Even though it wasn't called Christianity at the time, it was the package he was walking around with, that he was leading us to, that gave his followers the understanding of the true nature of God and man. He gave us a roadmap to the truth within. For behold, the kingdom of God is among you. That's from Luke chapter 17, verse 21. I love little Bible verses, especially short ones. That power within is available to us when we understand the true nature of God and man and act as if. Possibly a fake it till you make it. In other words, think, speak, and act as that divine expression, a child of God. Principle 2 is human beings have a spark of divinity within them, the Christ spirit within. Their essence is of God, and therefore they are inherently good. Jesus came to lift up the whole man and to make him complete in spirit, soul, and body. This is old writing, so I'm just keeping the man-gender thing going and not trying to be politically correct. Practical Christianity works because it stands for redemption of the whole man, spirit, soul, and body. The Unity movement began in 1889, 3 years after Myrtle Fillmore, Unity's co-founder, went to a lecture by E.B. Weeks, who declared, "You are a child of God. You were not born to inherit sickness." She embraced those words and affirmed every day that her body was the temple of the living God, that she could bring restoration and perfect health to a body that had been given a death sentence due to a lifelong struggle with tuberculosis. She then began to dwell upon the life of God in her body. And after time, that life responded as she apologized to each part of her body that she had previously denounced and began affirming love and gratitude for her body. She healed that body, and one might say her mind and spirit as well, by working through her faith every day in great gratitude. And it didn't happen overnight, but she so believed that she continued on with the affirmation, with the healing, until after 2 years she was free of tuberculosis. She lived another 40 years to become the mother of unity. She demonstrated that practical Christianity works when we dwell upon God as life in the body. Principle 3. Human beings create their experiences by the activity of their thinking. We are co-creators with God, creating reality through thoughts held in mind. Practical Christianity works because it stands for the establishment of the kingdom of heaven upon the earth, in our lives, right here and now. Heaven is a state of mind that we have all visited, sometimes only briefly. Some people kind of stay in that spot forever. For myself, when I stay centered, I feel that the world is my oyster. And I'm not really sure what that expression means, but it seemed like the one I needed for here. I can weather any storm when I'm centered. When the next one hits, I'm still good with that, and I could maybe take another one. But when I find myself in the middle of a tornado where all this stuff's hitting me at once, I get swept off my feet. When I start reacting instead of responding to others, it takes a day or two to realize that I am way off course. And when I get farther out there, I know it's time for me to get back to basics. And that's where I am now. This Paramahansa Yoga quote describes a piece of heaven to me. "O God, I see thee painting thy beauty on the canvas of the sky, on the canvas of nature, and on the canvas of consciousness." Principle 4. Prayer is creative thinking that heightens the connection with God mind and therefore brings forth wisdom, healing, prosperity, and everything good. Through prayer and meditation, we align our heart-mind with God. Denials and affirmations are tools we use. Practical Christianity, and by the way, these practical Christianity statements are the benefits. Practical Christianity works because it brings increased prosperity into our life. Abundance is our spiritual inheritance. Prosperity is an abundance of all things desired. There was a time that I believed prosperity was just about money. Because I was a single mom with children and no visible means of support, this was certainly high on my priorities. Time has changed that notion, but one thing that stands out for me was the time in those really, really downtrodden, poverty-stricken days when I was able to refinance my house and I could pay off my credit card, which were substantial. All my credit cards. I had a bunch. That had been basically my income source. So as I paid them off, I started to feel anxiety about that. I'd been carrying credit card debt around for all my life, and to have it suddenly within my reach to make it go away, my worries had always revolved around paying my bills. So that was my job. So I learned to be careful about where I place my thoughts because the universe listens. And soon my worrying about bills and what I would do without credit card debt created for me an abundance of new credit card debt. What I ultimately learned is that an abundance of love, joy, gratitude, generosity, and good friends wipes out any perception of lack. Fear has no power over me. I am happy, healthy, and free. Another affirmation. Through thoughts, words, and actions, we live the truth we know. Practical Christianity works because it shows us how to pray in a simple way that brings results through the use of affirmative words followed by a meditative silence. There is miracle working power available to us today and every day when we gain an understanding of the true nature of God and man, and then think, speak, and act accordingly. Listen to the still small voice. Evaluate what it says. And if it feels right, just go for it, remembering that the universe always has your back. I haven't always listened. I've really kind of pretended that what I was getting through my heart was the wrong advice. So it's gotten me into a lot of trouble. But that still small voice doesn't stop. And it led me first to leave my husband and a life that I really loved. Led me to quit my engineering job, start a pizza place. And let's say right now it is calling me to Portugal, and I don't know what it's about, because God knows something is calling me. I have nothing to lose and everything to gain, because I know the universe has my back, and there is nothing and no one against me. And that's what happens when I get a voice that says, you need to get back to basics. It's the truth of all that is right now, and I hope you'll come along with me. And that is that. Thank you so much. What's next? Oh, it's me? Ooh, okay, sorry. I didn't bring my order of service up with me. Okay. So we're now going to go into meditation. And I have a series of a few affirmations in my meditation. And you can make them your own by using your issue or your wonder, your anything. So that's what I'm going to do now. So let's just take a moment. Make yourself comfortable. And breathe together in the oneness that we are. We center ourselves now in the one presence and one power as we give thanks and open our hearts to Spirit. On your next in-breath, bring in the infinite light and being from above. Bring it down through the top of your head and into the heart, and invite it to fill your entire body. Open to the willingness to be used by Spirit. Feel the fullness of that presence. Know that this day is a new beginning, just like every new day, filled with miracles. As our minds quiet and our hearts open, listen. Listen with your inner ear as the voice of Spirit speaks. I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit sickness. I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit anxiety. Take this statement and use it for yourself in whatever way it works for you. I am a child of God, and therefore I do not inherit disharmony. Fear has no power over me. I am courageous and free. Infinite wisdom guides me. Divine love prospers me, and I am successful in everything I undertake. In the stillness, let's join together for a few moments in the silence, listening for the still small voice to speak just the perfect affirmation on your heart. We open our hearts to welcome the gifts of spirit that presence offers us, and we enter into the silence knowing that we are filled with everything we could ever need. In the silence. When you're ready, bring your attention back into this space and ground yourself with the energy of the earth. Feel your feet on the ground. Move your fingers and toes. Know that you are loved more than you can imagine. God bless.
In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. In the stillness of this moment, there is peace, there is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. Please join me in singing. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. And I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. There is peace. In the stillness of this moment there is peace. there is peace, and I rest and trust and breathe and know that in the stillness of this moment there is peace.
Thank you, Karen, Julie, and Rita, for sharing with us this morning. It was beautiful, the message. All of your messages were beautiful. Thank you. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, for we know that there is only one power, one presence, one life. So whoever you are, wherever you are on your journey of transformation, know that you're welcome here, always. If there's anyone here for the first time and you feel comfortable raising your hand, we would love to say hello and offer you a free beverage from our barista stand. Is there anyone here for the first time? Yay, we have one back here, we have one back here. Thank you, welcome. All right, yes, I see, yes, I saw them. For those of you who are here, as well as those joining us online who are new to our ministry, we encourage you to sign up for our e-news to learn more about our upcoming transformational speakers, our workshops, events. You can sign up for our email newsletter by scanning the QR code that you can see on the screen, and that is around the center, or on our website at unityspokane.org. We would also like to connect with you on social media, the usual, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Just search Unity Spiritual Center Spokane to find us. And thank you, all of you, for joining us. And those at home, thank you too. Now let's take a moment, and I mean a moment. This is not going to last 2 hours, you guys. We already had a long message today. Sorry, Karen, it was lovely, but now we're going to take a moment, high five, a handshake, a distance namaste, whatever. You have 1 minute. Get up, do it. Say hi to everybody you can in 1 minute. Thank you. All right.
Good job, everyone. That's the perfect amount of socializing. Not too much, not too little. And there's more to come after services, of course. Okay, so news you can use. First up, as always, as Jeff just said, please sign up for our e-newsletter. And the reason we want you to do that is because we only have a limited amount of time to share what we're doing up here, but the e-news has everything in more detail, along with sign-up sheets and how to attend, all the things. So please sign up for that, and if you're having any trouble signing up, please see me. Or if you aren't able to see your email, I can help you with that as well. Okay, and then next we've got the Family Promise. Compassion in Action team is connecting with Family Promise of Spokane, and we are asking our members to donate. the things that Family Promise needs right now. So you can see there's a list up there. This is also an e-news. If you can bring those items to the center during the month of July, that would be greatly appreciated. We have a bin just outside the sanctuary where you can donate those. We're also taking cash or check donations. So please see me or Deanna. Deanna's not here today, but I can help you with that. And we're just really hoping to get Family Promise some of the things that they really need for the families in Spokane that are facing homelessness and other difficulties in their lives. So thank you for that. We have a new class today with Al Konigsfeld. It will be today at noon in the chapel. Is that correct?
It will be in the chapel or the children's area, depending on how many people.
Okay. So depending on numbers, first meet in the chapel, and then Al will take it from there. And so it's based on Emmett Fox's The Golden Key. It is by Love Offering. So if you are interested, please meet in the chapel at noon. Okay. And then Karen touched on this in her talk. Unleashing the History of Unity, that will begin next Sunday, July 24th, after services, so around 11:45. And it will go through August 14th. So if you are interested in that, you can sign up on e-news. We can also sign you up here. I can create a sign-up sheet. I don't have one right now, but we can do that. So please see me if you are interested in that class. We just need to know the numbers. And again, you can sign up on through e-news or on the calendar. Okay, and now I want to bring up Monica to talk about the Spokane Climate Project coming up on July 27th.
Thank you, Amber. Good morning, everyone. I'm very excited to announce we're having a wonderful event here at Unity on the 27th of July. It is a Wednesday evening. We will be showing a short film that was produced by Gonzaga University, the City of Spokane, and many environmental organizations in the area that talks about what we could do in the future to benefit our community and the climate. I hope I don't get in trouble for doing this, but I just wanted to make a mention that last week we had the Kids Earth Camp, and I see a lot of faces here of people that volunteered for that event, which was a huge success. Could I ask everyone who was involved in this event to stand so we could thank you?
Yes.
Yay! It was a huge success. We did amazing things, from juicing with the children, planting trees on the property. We planted 4 new trees. Amazing wooden boxes were made and decorated and flowers planted. We had birds that our children learned all about. We brought bugs in and let them release ladybugs in the garden. So it was an amazing event, and I just want to thank all of you who participated. Thank you, Amber. Oh, and you can go on the Unity website. There's a link to register for the Earth Care event, as well as the newsletter. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks, Monica. And what we're going to do with the kid, because we are super excited about Kids Week. It went really well. And so we're going to do a special kind of presentation about that. I'm not sure when, so I don't want to any spoilers, but we will announce that, and then we'll honor those who served in Kids Week and also the kids, so they can kind of see a little slideshow of the pictures and all the things that went on. So we're really excited, and thank you for bringing that up, Monica, because it was a big success. So we will be doing a bigger honoring soon, so stay tuned for that. Finally, we have the bookstore. I will be back there today. You know what, I just decided, 15% off anything. 15% off, okay? Yeah, come shopping, and I will help you, and yes, 15% off all items in the bookstore, including cards. So come see me after services. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amber. It's time now for us to celebrate abundance together as we share our tithes and our love offerings. If you'd like to give virtually today, please text the amount of your donation to 509-215-2552. For those here in the sanctuary, ushers will be going around with love offering bags. So I invite you to hold your offering in your hand, or if you are a monthly giver or giving virtually today, please hold that energy in your heart as we say together our love offering blessing. Together, I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share.
And we have a little music to go along with this about gratitude. How can I say thanks for the things you have done for me? Things so undeserved, yet you gave to prove your love for me. The voices of a million angels could not express my gratitude. All that I am and ever hope to be, I owe it all to thee. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. To God be the glory for the things He has done. With your love, you have raised me. With your power that you gave to me. To God be the glory for the things you have done. Just let me live my life. Let it be pleasing, Lord, to thee. And should I gain any praise, let me shout throughout the world. With your love, you have raised me. With your power that
Thank you. I'm kind of speechless right now. That really got to me. Thank you. Thank you so much, both of you. Dear Spirit, thank you for these gifts and for those who have given them, as we send them forward in continued service to our mission of transforming lives and inspiring people to make a positive difference in this world. Thank you, God, and so it is. Amen. Our chaplains today are Marlene and David, who have been holding the service in prayer for us today. Marlene, will you please stand? Hey, there she is back there. All right, Marlene will be available immediately after the service to pray with you. If there's something heavy on your heart, something joyous on your heart, she will be there to pray with you. She is a trained prayer. We have trained prayers in this place. My wife is one of them, and let me tell you something. Sometimes they're a little unheralded. I know I'm off script just a little, but I'm going to do it anyway, so I'm up here. They really do a wonderful job for us. They're constantly holding this ministry in prayer, 24/7. I know they are. And so the people that are involved in that program really deserve our love, our respect, and our appreciation. They really, really do a fabulous, fabulous job. And let's, prayer ministry is the basis of unity, the whole unity movement. So thank you to the chaplains. And I took a little liberty there, but that's all right. So if you're in need of prayer, or you know someone who is, we have prayer boxes. Please fill in a form that is on the back of a chair in front of you, and put it in the prayer box. We have a couple of them around here. There's one in the foyer. There's one right back there. You also can go online. We have the form online if you want to do it online. It's prayed over here for 30 days and also at Silent Unity. And now Lisa Bro is going to give us a board update. Elisa, excuse me, not Lisa.
It's okay. I'm Elsa, Lisa, Lissa, whatever you want to call me. So I'm here to give you a quick board update. Number one, we have had an applicant for a ministerial position. Many of you may already know that. It's not official, but you might know who it might be. So it's pretty exciting. Two, just a reminder, the board listener is back on the first Sunday of each month. They will be in the library after the service, ready to listen to your comments, concerns, suggestions, or ask questions. You won't get an answer right away, but your item will be brought to the next board meeting and a response will be forthcoming. So remember, the first Sunday of every month, you can find the board listener in the library. Also, we are in search of someone to beautify our sign out front. Do you have previous experience with signage, or do you have a vision of how to make our sign look better? We need a team lead and volunteers to take this project on. Please see any of our board members, Deanna or Amber, to share your interests. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. I think it's exciting that we have a candidate for a ministerial position. I'm really excited about that. All right, our kids have arrived, or they're going to arrive, aren't they? They're here. Oh, they're here. Wow, kids. They're hardly kids anymore, aren't they? I know. You know, we have, okay, we're very fortunate. Again, one of the undersold qualities here is Christian education. Reverend Jackie, all the people who work with it. We are so, I always say when I come up here that children are the foundation of our church. They're what we're going to be building on. They're the rock as far as I'm concerned. And so I really thank the kids, children, young adults that are here, especially the adults who work with them, because it's not always a great task to do. I mean, sometimes you get up on a Sunday and you go, damn, I don't want to teach fourth grade today, but I'm going to go anyway, But let's take a moment to bless them, because they're just fabulous. Together, be the love you are, sing the song you hear, share your joy of life with people far and near. And let's do it for ourselves. Be the love we are, sing the song we hear, sing our joy of life with people far and near. So you already know what to do. I don't have to tell you to find your flock today. You already know where your flock is. All right. All right, let's stand if you are able and join together for our closing prayer for protection, followed by the peace song. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth.